He's been on our junior world team a few times. Had one of the more famous matches in the Olympic trials.
Yeah, when he bounced Spencer Mango close to almost got the touche. Sheng, wrestling for China, 5th in the Olympics, taking on Jimmy Chase, junior world team member last year. Was recently wrestling at Binghamton before coming out here to the training center at 60 kilos.
Yeah, the Chase family's been around for a while. His older sister, Caitlin, was a senior runner-up on the women's freestyle circuit and is now back in college at Missouri Baptist. She got injured and wasn't able to compete today at the women's national championship for our college programs. But Jimmy's shown that Greco-Roman is what his expertise and passion is, and he certainly has developed quickly on the senior level for somebody so young.
107 remaining here in the first period. Chase taking on Sheng, again 5th in the Olympics, so it was in the bronze medal match. Arm drag attempt by Chase going nowhere.
It's interesting this time of the year. It doesn't seem like China's at any peak at all. You know, they brought 5 Olympians with them, which would on paper make them the most talented as far as achievements here, but they lost their first 2 duels. They're now down to 4 athletes. We'll see what happens when they come back in a few days for the Dave Schultz.
And here we go to parterre, 30 seconds. Chase will go down and has to defend. And this is one thing I've noticed, Gary, that even if it's neutral on their feet and there's no scoring, the international wrestlers just seem a lot more comfortable in parterre. And and as you see right there, going off your screen, 2-point gut wrench, and now another lift. Looks like it's going to be 3 more. So it's quickly 5-0.
Yeah, he's certainly got the ability to turn.
And 2 more. So Sheng, 5th in the Olympics, shows why he's pretty solid at the senior level.
Yeah, he was able to get locked up and take advantage of it with 3 different turns there. Chase used to wrestle 55 kilos. That's the weight he was at the Olympic trials in 2008. But he's still a growing kid, and this is probably his weight class for a while.
Was wrestling 125 earlier this season at Binghamton, so he can make the cut. I'm sure maybe in the Olympic years you might see him try to go down to 55.
See what his coaches decide. They may also decide to beef him up. He's got a decent amount of height for 60 kilos, so. He stands right, looks right eye to eye with the Chinese opponent at this weight.
Hanging on the head is Chase.
He's from Carroll Stream, Illinois, right?
Glenbard North High School.
That's correct.
Coach Mark Hahn. It's funny for a Greco kid. He was so good with his cradles in high school.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot of talent. And I think that the coaches are very excited about getting their hands on him and putting him in a full-time Greco-Roman environment for a while.
1:22 remaining, second period, no score with Jimmy Chase and Sheng of China.
Down on the other mat, we've got the sun-kissed Minnesota team going up against a pretty tough Japanese team.
Spinning around is Chase, trying to stay in the center. Under a minute to go, second period.
It'll be interesting to see if any of these teams are able to go through all 4 duels undefeated. I mean, right now we have 3 undefeated squads, but there's a possibility.
We're also not using the traditional freestyle dual meet scoring anymore. I guess with the way the rules changed.
Well, when FILA changed the duels and the World Cup down to 7 weights, they no longer paid attention to the scoring that way.
Just wins and losses.
Wins and losses, it's pretty straightforward. It's an odd number of weight classes. So,
well, now we're going to get to see Chase on top, and this is where he's pretty good. So he might want to go reverse here. And that's exactly where he's going.
Yeah, you have a choice now whether you put your hands on the back in the old parterre style or you actually line up just like you used to in the last few years where they want you right to the reverse.
There's Jimmy going to the reverse lift, trying to step out and get a grip so he can catch his balance. Very tough in this position trying to lift. Trying to at least clear his legs so he can get it some type of angle and try to lift up on his Chinese opponent.
Well, Sheng has got a really good defense here, and of course he's experienced. He's really going to have to make a mistake, I think, to see Jimmy be able to turn him.
And that'll be it. So 1 point for Sheng, and he'll win the match 7-0, 1-0 over Jimmy Chase of the United States.